The Deputy President, Dr. William Samoei Arap Ruto, has appointed Josphat Nanok as the head of his campaign secretariat. William Samoei Ruto is keen on ensuring that he becomes the next president of the Republic of Kenya. And for those who've been following William Ruto's politics, Josphat Nanok has been a constant figure around the DP. And just like I keep on saying on this platform, that in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. Everything in politics is normally well planned, well scripted, and executed to achieve a specific political objective. Why do you think the Deputy President decided to pick Josphat Nanok from Rift Valley to head his campaign secretariat? So in this video today, I want to reveal to you the secrets behind that appointment. But before we do all those, three things took place during Jamhuri Day celebrations yesterday. There are several other things which took place, but these ones, I think they are significant politically speaking. The first thing which took place was that incident where the president broke protocol and invited Raila Odinga. I've already done a comprehensive analysis on that. Then there is that photo where the Deputy President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, is seen standing while President Uhuru Kenyatta's mother sitting. But you can clearly tell from that photo that something was not right. Do you want me to try and figure out what might have taken place at that particular time? Then later on, another photo emerged of Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta's mother jovially talking. The third thing, which I think we also need to figure out, was the boldness of William Ruto's son, Nick Ruto, to attack President Uhuru Kenyatta over the Building Bridges Initiative process. President Uhuru Kenyatta just mentioned that BBI is a deferred dream, which will have to happen one day. And Nick Ruto came gun blazing actually. And he was very specific on his response. And later on, he's been forced to deactivate the account, his Facebook account. I think that's something we also need to do analysis on. Maybe you should also add for me anything which you might have noted. So I want to do a video beginning with Nick Ruto. Why do you think Nick Ruto decided to respond to the president? Because it's not the first time. Let me read your thoughts on that and probably what you observed in that particular photo, because I'm certain you must have seen it. But let me now get back to the points. The Deputy President has nominated or appointed Josphat Nanok as his campaign, the Director General of his campaign. He stated that, he revealed that actually while campaigning in Turkana. Remember the day the day Raila Odinga was launching his bid, the Deputy President was in Turkana. And during that visit, he requested the people of Turkana to allow Josphat Nanok to go out there and help him. And he revealed at that time that he wants him to be his campaign manager. So that's the second person actually the Deputy President has unveiled. The first person he unveiled was Rigathi Gachagua as a potential running mate. So we can easily conclude that from Central Kenya or the larger Mount Kenya region, he now has Rigathi Gachagua. And in Rift Valley, let's assume now he has Josphat Nanok. Why do you think he appointed Josphat Nanok? In my view, the Deputy President appointed Nanok because of these 5 reasons. Number one, which is very important, is that the Deputy President is keen on locking out anybody from the larger Mount Kenya region from taking charge of his campaigns. So basically, he wants someone from Rift Valley. If you've been following the Deputy President, he wants someone from Rift Valley to actually take charge of the campaigns. And I want to challenge you to go further up to UDA, the structure. Who is the chairman? Who is the chairman? check the deputies. Who is the Secretary General? Check the deputies. Specifically under the deputies, I want you to check those in charge of operations and those in charge of logistics. Definitely from Rift Valley. So basically, the thing is, the deputy president is using Nanok because he comes from a Kalenjin, he comes from Rift Valley, but he's a Turkana. So he's using Nanok, in my view, to lock out the people of the larger Mount Kenya region from taking charge. Because apart from Ruto, who is the presidential candidate, and assuming Rigathi Gachagua is going to be the running mate, then it's just fair that he gets someone from Rift Valley to take charge, someone who cannot be compromised. So in my view, I think the DP is strategically trying to lock anybody from the larger Mount Kenya region from taking charge of the campaigns. Why? Because he fears the state. He fears the deep state. The deep state can actually go down and deal with you. When Nanok was the governor for Turkana, contesting again for the second time as a governor in 2017, the president faced him. And he responded actually to the president. He actually responded to the deputy president live. Yeah, and the country was shocked. So it means Nanok is courageous. So the deputy president wants someone from the Rift Valley to take charge of the campaign, not someone from the larger Mount Kenya region. That's number one. Number two, I also tend to think that if you've been following the DP, he's trying to package UDA or his campaigns as a pastoralist-based party. When Ruto formed URP, for those who follow politics, the symbol was a horn. And it was formed as a pastoralist party. It was actually the party which was used to mobilize the pastoralist community in this country. The only community which refused to be part of it was actually the Maasais. And maybe because of the Mau forest issue. So if you ask me, I tend to think that the appointment of Nanok is to assure the pastoralist community that they have a sense of belonging into this party. So that's number two. Number three is Raila factor. Josphat Nanok, for those who understand this history, worked as in some NGO. Then when he was elected, of course, through the support of Raila Odinga that time, he was appointed assistant minister. And when devolution came, Raila Odinga talked to some of the people he had appointed to cabinet, either full cabinet or as assistant, to go and run as governors. Nanok was one of them. Kingi was one of them. Joho was one of them. All those he did. And Anyang' Nyong'o was one of them. They refused because they thought that Senate was going to be a upper house. Kajwang, the late Gerald Luchino Kajwang, was one of them. He declined. Oreng also declined, by the way. So it means Nanok's politics has been around Raila Odinga. In the last election, he played a huge role for Raila Odinga. So I tend to think that the main motive why he's being appointed is because of the fact that he was a close ally of Raila Odinga. And therefore, when it comes to elections, there are certain secrets which he can carry from ODM party to UDA party, in my view. I'm not sure whether that's going to succeed, but that could be his strategy. He wants to ensure that that Raila Odinga factor is tapped. And that's why the DP is currently trying so hard to bring many Raila Odinga allies to his side. Number four, I think he's also trying to figure out how he's going to lock out Raila Odinga from the Rift Valley. Now, Raila Odinga's strategy for Rift Valley is very simple. He's going to use the Luo diaspora, Loya diaspora, Kisii diasporas, and the rest who are residing in Rift Valley. So when you go for elections in places like Nakuru, you go to places like Eldoret in Rift Valley, you know, the presence of those three subtribes are always there. Raila Odinga strategy, divide the Rift Valley, have the Masais as separate, have the Turkanas as separate, have the Pokots separate. Which other sub-tribe? Those three. So Raila Odinga is focusing on those three. Masai, I think he's going to have it because of the Mau issue. Pokots, I'm not very sure. But Lonyongapu formed this party, which is going to work with Raila Odinga. So probably he might succeed. Because if you look at the 2017 or 2013 figures, Raila Odinga didn't perform badly even in Pokot. In Turkana, he's defeated these guys twice. So which means he can still repeat the same. So the DP is coming with Nanok to lock out Raila. Nanok, number one, is coming as a pastoralist. So you go to Masais, they'll view him as one of their own. You go to Pokot, which is going to flop, by the way. Then Nanok will also help him deal, because Nanok has been with him. He understands how Raila Odinga has been managing the Turkana politics. It means he's going to help in that. And he can go back home and tell those people that nimeona huku kwa Ruto, there's opportunity. To go kwa Raila, no opportunity. But I don't think it's going to succeed. But the strategy is simple. Try and lock out Raila Odinga from Rift Valley if you can. And lastly, I think he's also trying to use Josphat Nanok as a strategy to reach out to governors. When William Ruto started his campaigns, he ignored governors, he ignored senators completely. His focus was on members of parliament and MCS. But MCS are so many in this country, so he dropped the MCS and focused on members of parliament. And again, because politics is a game of perception, having more members of parliament on your side was being viewed as Ruto gaining. But he has realized late that most of these members of parliament on the ground are zero. They don't have any value. But governors have structures which you can easily leverage on. So Raila Odinga has been using the governors. So he has decided, let me now go to Nanok, make him head of my campaigns. Then one of the tasks I'm going to ask him to do is to try and see how he can work or reach out to fellow governors. Because Nanok was the chair of the Council of Governors, I think for a long time, before we went to election and even after. He was only removed when he started working with the DP. So that influence of being the chair of the Council of Governors, which someone like Oparanya used effectively, someone like Isaac Ruto used effectively. So it means he can use that, the relationship he had with the governors, because he's a second-term governor, the relationship he had with the governors, he can persuade them to start supporting the DP. But it's a tall order. I don't know what you think. Let me hear your thoughts. But I'll be waiting to read the comments, especially on Nick Ruto, why you think he responded to Uhuru Kenyatta and the implications. Number two is the picture of William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta's mother. Thank you guys, and please, may you have a good day. Bye-bye.